If you're planning on buying a phone in June, hold off. There are a lot of great phones launching in July. And before you pull the trigger, take a look at these 8 phones that I have curated for you that are expected to launch in July. And all of them are looking very, very exciting. And you know what? Stay tuned till the end because I will tell you what phone I am most specifically excited for. If you don't know me yet, I'm Arshad. You're watching Tracker Tech English. Let's go. Obviously, the very first phone that we're going to be talking about is the Nothing Phone 1. Now, after the leaks, a lot of information has actually now poured in officially, including a video by MKBHD himself where he showed the design in its entirety. Now you've got this transparent back, of course, but there's also this glyph interface which you can actually tune with the software, which means that when you get a call, you will get that notification LED popping up in that glyph interface and it'll sort of start blinking as well. And apart from that, you will also get, a glyph interface LED animation for when you, plug in the USB port. It all looks very good for sure, but the phone itself is going to be a proper mid-ranger if we have to believe this leak by Stuff Listing. All of us were expecting the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 with the Nothing Phone 1, but apparently it's going to come with the Snapdragon 778 Plus. And there's going to be a variant which will start at 8GB, 128GB, and there are going to be more variants probably along with that. Now, one reveal made by Nothing that could polarize opinions is that the Nothing Phone 1 will actually launch with an invite system. So, you know what? We are back to the days of the 1+1. Now, for the rest of the specs, you'll mostly get an OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate. The bezels around the display are, all symmetrical and they're pretty slim as well. And, the punch hole is at the corner, which I think a lot of people are not liking. Do you like it or not? Let me know in the comment section below. As for the cameras, you can tell there are 2 cameras on the rear and OIS is expected with the main camera, but we'll have to wait and watch if that actually happens. And as for the software, you will get Android 12 with Nothing's very own version of Nothing OS. Battery is expected to be at 4500 to 5000 mAh with 45-watt fast wired charging and support for wireless and reverse wireless charging. And there should also be support for NFC if you're looking at the wallet option that has popped up in one of the Nothing's very own official videos that came recently. So the Nothing Phone 1 is launching on July 12th, and the price, the expected price, now I think after looking at that 778 Plus rumor, should be under 35,000 if you ask me. Now, if you've come this far in this video, we take a lot of effort to curate the kind of content that we do like in this one. So don't forget to hit the like button if you like the video, and of course comment below for the sake of the YouTube algorithm. And while you're at it, also hit the red subscribe button and of course the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever we put out an awesome new tech video. And the next phone in the list is of course the Pixel 6a. Google has revealed almost everything about the phone and including the price in the US, which is $449. Now it is expected to launch around July end, and it is expected to launch in India as well at the price of about 40,000 rupees. Now that price is actually fine because this phone comes with the Google Tensor SoC, which was introduced with the Google Pixel 6 series. That is the same kind of power which you'll get on a 40,000 rupee phone. That's like pretty awesome. Now this display size is absolutely perfect at 6.1 inches. For battery, it's going to have a 4410 mAh battery with fast charging support as well. Now obviously, most of us are excited for the Pixel 6a for that great camera performance that we'll expect from it. You'll get a 12.2 megapixel primary camera and a 12 megapixel ultra wide and an 8 megapixel selfie camera on the front. And of course, since it's a Google phone, you will get Android 12 right out of the box with support for 5 years of software updates. And one of the very interesting things about the Google Pixel 6a is that it has IP67 rating as well. And the third phone in my list is the Oppo Reno 8 Pro, which is going to be a rebranded version of the Reno 8 Pro Plus, which launched in China. This is going to launch globally and in India in the last week of July. And it is expected to be priced around, 45,000 or less than that. The interesting thing about this Oppo phone and why it is in my list is that it comes with the MediaTek Dimensity 8100 system on chip, yes, but it also comes with that new Silicon, separate image processing chip, which should actually help with, taking good pictures. So we'll have to wait and watch how that, translates in real life with respect to camera quality. Do stay tuned to our channel for my review of the phone. And the rest of the phones in the list are based on Snapdragon's 8 Plus Gen 1 system on chip, which is of course made on, TSMC's 4nm foundry process. And for the very first phone with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 that's going to launch in India, there's sort of a battle. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is the iQOO 9T. Yes, there are rumors of the 9T launching in India with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 first, and it's expected to come with a 120Hz AMOLED and 120-watt fast charging as well. The rest of the details are pretty sparse, so we'll have to wait till the launch date to know what exactly you get with it. Now, the iQOO 9T is expected to launch in the last week of July July or the first week of August, so I put in this list, and it is expected to be priced around the rupees 50,000 mark. And now talking about the other phone that's going to compete with the iQOO 90 for the title of the first phone that launched with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 in India is the OnePlus 10T. Now the confirmed specs for the OnePlus 10T, apart from the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, is that it is expected to come with the 120Hz OLED panel and a 50 megapixel triple camera setup, which is very similar to the Reno 8 Pro. And you can also expect 150 watt fast charging. Now interestingly, the OnePlus 10T is going to be positioned as a budget flagship phone, like a flagship killer phone, which will be an alternative to the OnePlus 10R. Now one thing we are not certain of is if the OnePlus 10T will actually come with Hasselblad branding or not. Now this phone is expected to launch again in the end of July or the first week of August, and you can also expect it to be priced around the same 50,000 mark that the iQOO 90 is expected to be priced around. Now coming to the big guns, the Moto H30 Ultra is also expected to launch in July, and we've already mentioned that in our list for the upcoming phones with the flagship Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor. If you haven't seen that video yet, there should be a link that pops up right now. So for the H30 Ultra, you can expect the 8 Plus Gen 1, a 200 megapixel Samsung sensor or a 108 megapixel one. We are still on the fence about it. I think it's going to be 192 or 108. So we'll have to wait and watch what happens. And you can also expect 125 watt fast charging support on the Moto H30 Ultra. Now this phone is expected to launch with Android 12 in the last week of July, and it will be pricier. It will be priced more than the Moto H30 Pro that launched recently. It will be priced at around the 60,000 mark if you ask me. Now rumors and leaks of the ROG Phone 6 after it was revealed for the very first time on Dave2D's channel are flowing in fast and thick, and that phone is also looking very, very exciting. The design itself is pretty unique. It's got this translucent back. The design is looking definitely good. This phone is going to go all guns blazing at you because it's a powerful flagship gaming phone. So you'll get the 6.78 inch Samsung AMOLED panel with 165 Hz refresh rate. It's going to be a terrific panel for sure. Apart from that, rumors are suggesting, according to soft listings, that you will get 18 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of storage and upgraded triggers on the phone as well. Now I'm really, really excited. Of course, you can also expect that dual cell 6000 mAh battery, and this phone will also be very, very heavy and thick. So Mukul Sharma claims that it will be around 10.3 millimeters thickness and about 230 grams in weight as well. Now this phone has a global launch date of July 5, and when it launches in India, I think that it will be priced more than what the ROG Phone 5 was priced at. So I think it will be around the 60,000 mark. But if there is a variant specifically made for India at 50,000, that would be fantastic. Alright, coming to the final phone in this list, and the one that I am most excited for because I'm a big camera nerd, and that's the Xiaomi 12 Ultra, because for the very first time, you'll have a Xiaomi phone with Leica branding. Now, Xiaomi CEO Lei Jun claims that this phone is going to be the world's first phone with Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, so that's also very exciting. And apart from that, it also will come with a 50 megapixel camera setup, most probably, so we'll have to wait and watch as to what that camera setup would be, but you can expect a periscope lens, you'll expect a good ultra wide as well. The camera performance is something that I'm really looking forward to. Now the rest of the details around the specs are very, very sparse. And considering that the launch is in the first week of July, it's surprising that Xiaomi has managed to keep so much under wraps. Now, this phone is not going to come cheap, that's for sure. It will be priced around the Vivo X80 Pro mark, which is around the 80,000 mark. But if it offers the kind of camera performance that I'm expecting with the Leica branding, then I think that price would be justified. But then again, let's wait and watch. Alright, so those were the 8 upcoming phones that are launching in July, and that's not even an exhaustive list. For an exhaustive list, I suggest that you go and watch our video on Tracking Tech Hindi. A link should pop up right now. And there's just so much on offer that these are solid reasons for you to not buy a phone in June at the moment. So that's it from me. I hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, this is Arshad signing off. Keep tracking and stay safe.